यहीं पर क्रिटिसाइज करते हुए इजराइल के जो ऑनवॉय हैं यूनाइटेड नेशंस में, उन्होंने ये खंडन किया है स्टेटमेंट को, इसकी निंदा की है और इजराइल की तरफ से ये मांग की गई है जो यूएन चीफ है उन्हें अब इस्तीफा दे देना चाहिए। अपने जो औहदे पर उनको जो बिठा रखा है उस पे he must step down, and this is how Israel has now condemned the remarks that has been made by the UN chief.
Mr. Secretary-General, the UN was established to prevent atrocities, to prevent such atrocities like the barbaric atrocities that Hamas committed. But the UN is failing. The UN is failing, and you, Mr. Secretary-General, have lost all morality and impartiality. Because when you say those terrible words that these heinous attacks did not happen in a vacuum, you are tolerating terrorism. This is a pure blood libel. And I think that the Secretary-General must resign.
तो सीधे तौर पे आपने सुना कि रिस्पांस इजरायली डिप्लोमेट्स की तरफ से, एम्बेसडर की तरफ से क्या कहते हुए वो नजर आए हैं, क्योंकि जो इजरायली एम्बेसडर है टू यूएन, उनका सीधे तौर पे निशाना उन्होंने बनाया यूएन सेक्रेटरी जनरल को और ये कहा कि आप इस्तीफा दें क्योंकि आप आतंकी संगठन का समर्थन करते हुए नजर आ रहे हैं। आकांक्षा हमारे साथ जुड़ी हुई है फोन लाइन पर। आकांक्षा, ये हमने सुना द वॉर ऑफ वर्ड्स दैट सीम्स टू बी टेकिंग प्लेस एट यूएनएससी इन अ इंपॉर्टेंट स्टेटमेंट दैट वाज बीइंग मेड, हाउएवर द काउंटर दैट हैज बीन गिवन फ्रॉम इजरायल साइड saying that the UN has actually failed in its mission.
Well, absolutely. Israel has demanded the resignation of United Nations Secretary-General over his position, over the remarks that he made against the Israeli counter-offensive in Gaza after the terror attacks by Hamas on October 7th. The Israeli envoy to UN has said that the UN Secretary-General is unfit to lead the United Nations and called for his resignation. Now, this comes after UN chief said that the attack by Hamas did not happen in a vacuum, and also went on to say that the attack cannot justify the collective punishment of Palestinian people. After this, we saw also a tweet coming from the U.S. Israel envoy to UN. He went on to say that the UN Secretary-General, who shows understanding for the campaign of mass murder of children, women and elderly, is not fit to lead the UN, and I call for his resign immediately. There is no justification or point in talking to those who show compassion for the most terrible atrocities committed against the citizen of Israel as well as the Jewish people. There are simply no words. Now, what the UN Secretary-General has said that he said that the attack by Hamas did not happen in vacuum, and also the attack cannot justify the collective punishment of the Palestinian people. He also went on to say that this is important to recognize the attack by Hamas did not happen in vacuum. The Palestinian people have been subjected to 56 years of suffocating occupation.
Well, to that very statement of the UN Secretary-General, it is being highly criticized by the Israeli ambassador there, and saying that the UN actually has failed in its mission to keep peace across the world. And of course, when it comes to such kind of statements being made by the UN Secretary-General, it implies that they are actually supporting terror and terror groups. Akanksha, thank you very much. Back after a short break.